Welcome. So we're going to answer this question before us. It says, let d of x be the vertical distance between t of x and k of x for x's between this. Find d of x in the form of this right here. Okay, a bit of a tricky question here. Let's come up. Up. We're trying to find this distance between the graphs. Now, as you can see, the distance changes. Here it's quite large, but here it's small, and here it's small. So as you can tell, the distance is changing as we're kind of going between this point here, x of 2, and this point here, x of 1. And that's what we want to find, the distance, and we want to create a formula for it. So how can we do this? Well, let's start slowly. Let's just begin by thinking about this point here and this point here. Now, let's just make up some points just to help our understanding here. And of course, I'm going slower than you would actually work in an exam. Let's just say this point here is 1. So when x is 1, let's say this point here is, and again, we're making up these points. Let's just say it's 2. And this point here, this is 1, and we'll call this 5. If I wanted to find, so this is 2. If I wanted to find the distance between these points, what would I do? Well, I would simply go, the distance is equal to 5 minus 2, which is 3. So this distance here would be 3. What we want to do now is say this in a general way to create a formula for it. So this is where the kind of leap in logic occurs. What you've got to realize is that we're always going to have an x value, right? Then what's the corresponding y value going to be for the x? Well, for this line right here, because I'm on the k of x line, it's just going to be k of whatever that x value is. And then for this line right here, the y value for any x is simply going to be whatever t of x is. Whoops. Therefore, to find what d is, I'm simply going to take my t of x and subtract it from the k of x. And that's it. That's really what we're doing here. We're just subtracting the top line from the bottom line. And that's going to give us the distance in between. That's it. That is it. But I can understand, like, the first time you see this question, like, what on earth is it asking? So we can say the distance is going to be t of x minus k of x. And then it says it needs us to write it in this form here. So d of x is going to be equal to, now I would let the CAS do all the heavy lifting here for me, t of x minus k of x. And there it is. Negative x squared plus 3x plus 6. That is my answer. Hopefully this has made sense, and I'll see you in the next part.